Let me.
Say never come here from school.
All right, it's okay.
It's
Yeah,
June 24th. That pamphlet.
sorry. Yes, it is June
I'm saying
20, 2020.
2020. For those that have pamphlet.
Okay, this is here, June 2020. I want us to analyze the question together because some of you talk about question interpretation. That is a problem. Okay. So here we have a question paper before us. We are going to focus only on the task 2, which is programming. So here we
Oh
may
my
not answer
pamphlet.
the whole paper today, but when we interpret and we'll start answering and we'll see how we can do. But before this week elapses, we should be able to finish this paper by God's grace, if light is not disturbing that much. So here they said council data. The local council in your area has decided to record information about all the inhabitants. It started this activity by recording the names of all the people in the council area. You have been contracted to propose a computer application to carry out this task. So table 1, and we have the names. There are the names of the council. We call them council inhabitants, which means that those that are staying in that particular council area, their names were collected and they have been kept in this form. Instructions. In your answer booklet, clearly write down which of the C or Pascal programming language you will use throughout the following programming exercise. They said the algorithm given in the figures are in pseudocode based on C and Pascal. And where you see this backwards arrow, it means that it is for assignment. And when you see the double forward slash, it means that it is a comment. And you know that comments in C programming are always not considered when the program is running. And when you see this one, it means that whatever thing is on the left side is equal to what is on the right side. So we have this cancel information or data, and then we have been told to write the programming language that we are going to use. We are going to use C. We are going to use C and not Pascal. So I'll just go to the next paper, the next slide. So these are the pseudocodes selection sort algorithm that we have here. Now, I'm going to go straight to the first one. They say in your answer booklet, give a declaration in your chosen programming language of an array data structure, which is immediately initialized to values as given in table 1. As given in table 1.
Table.
Good. Now, the size of the array is the same as the number of inhabitants in the array. That's how many marks? 2 marks. Now, what is this question, this sub one, what is it talking about? We have not yet read this. It's not important for this particular sub one. It's when we need it, we'll go and read it. So the first question says, in our answer booklet, I will consider that this is my answer booklet here. They said, we should give a declaration in any chosen programming language. Our programming language that we have chosen here is C. It means that we should declare using C programming language an array of data structure, which is immediately initialized to values as given in table 1. And then the size of the array is the same as the number of inhabitants in the council. Quickly, this is where we are. It means that we should declare an array, and then in that array, we should be able to initialize the array to these names. And then we should know that the size of the array will be equivalent to the number of names here. When you count the number of names here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
15.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay? So we have an array of 15.
Characters.
Is
I
it
mean, 15
character?
names.
15 names or 15 inhabitants. So
Yes.
here, in order to do that, let me suppose that this is my answer booklet. And we know that this is the form for C programming, the structure. So what we are being told to do is to initialize. So we have character, and then what's the name of this cancel area? We can just say names, not so.
Yes, master.
Yes.
So let us say names, and then we should initialize it. Okay. So here, there is something you have to be very careful. We have the rows and we have the columns. Okay. And if we want to initialize this array, there are two ways. Either we use a pointer or we use a normal way like this, or two-dimensional array. But I prefer to use a two-dimensional array. To use a two-dimensional array, it means that we need the size, and then we need the maximum number of inhabitants and the maximum number of characters. So here we are going to have the maximum number of what? Inhabitants, isn't it? And how many inhabitants are there?
Yes, sir.
1, 2, there are 15. So I'm going to put 15. Okay. And then columns, yes.
Are we not writing by a procedural function?
Question interpretation is dealing with you. Number 1, in your answer booklet, give a declaration in your chosen programming language of an array data structure. By which Roman 2? Are you still coming in?
No, sir.
Then we are saying that we are answering this one. We are still in this one. Okay. So we are still declaring this one. What are we going to put here? The maximum number of characters that are found in each of the names. Each of the names here have how many characters? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm seeing another one with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's not even put 10. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Equal to, we say we should initialize it. So we put curly bracket open and close. And then here we are going to put this guy, comma. We are going to put Jeff, comma. What again? Is it Gary?
Gary.
Yes.
Gary. Neba.
Yes, you have Neba.
Chang.
Yes, Chang. Somebody has
Olga.
a white dog. Somebody have a white dog.
Master Patrick, please.
He's the one with white dog. We have Olga. Master Patrick is frightening people with white dog. Okay, so here we have Mary.
Nora, Mary, yes.
Sorry. We have
Vera.
We have Vera. Who again? We can even allow them.
Rami.
You can continue. Okay.
Master, it's like
Yes.
you've written Nora 2 times.
Oh, you're right. I'm seeing Nora 2 times. Who was supposed to be after Mary? Vera.
Vera.
Then after Vera,
Rani.
running. Where are we even heading to? If we are able to understand before, so the next person there is Neil.
Nail.
The next person there is
Jill.
yes. The next person there
Kim.
is
Kim.
the guy who killed the brother in the Bible. We have
My nigga.
Lara.
Yara. It's a
And
very bad,
finally bad.
a very bad guy. Okay, this is done. Okay, so we have, these are all the names we have initialized. I don't want to break it down. Since we are still learning as beginners, I don't want to complicate life. Just type them the way they are. So do you know that this is 2 marks?
Yes, sir.
This is what you're supposed to write in your answer booklet. Are we there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you have already done that, that's 2 marks. Now, second question. Using your favorite
Using your-
editor, implement a programming language function or procedure called doDisplay that takes as argument an array and a size. Take note, it takes as what? Argument and what? The size of an array. Okay? This is it. Takes an argument, an array, and the size. As defined in I, as defined in this one. And then displays the names of council inhabitants, 3 marks. Have you understood what we're supposed to do there?
Mhm.
It means that we are going to write a function or a procedure, but to me, I think it's a procedure.
Do display.
Which is called a do display. Okay.
Display.
So this function is going to take as argument or parameters the size of the array and then the name of the
From the
array.
array.
Are we together? So to do that,
Mm-hmm.
we write our function outside of the main
The
function.
main function.
So this is, let me just say this is sub2. This is sub2. And then this sub2 is function to display the
Please play music.
names of the inhabitants. Please, the person with printer music to reduce it. I will notice I will silence you. If I notice that noise is coming from your background, I will off you. Okay. So what are we going to do? We have void, and then here our function is do display. We said it's going to take into parameters what? Or arguments, an array and a size. And what is the array? We can still use the same array now, or we can change the name there since it's a function. But I would like to use the same name. Are we together? So we have character, names, and then here what's the size? 15.
15.
What again? 10. Comma. And they say, and the size. And the size is supposed to be integer and also.
So,
Am I alone?
Right there, sir.
Okay. So this is, I don't want to declare a function. I'll just write it. Function definition.
So when declaring functions, you put the,
I didn't get you well.
so when declaring arrays in function, we don't put the size now. We put the brackets empty.
Not necessarily. If you put the bracket
Sir,
empty,
but
Where is it going to have a size
We've
from?
asked us. That's it.
Yeah? Where is it going to have the size from? So it's there. If you put this, now maybe this one can be empty. Okay? That we don't know how many number of inhabitants you are going to put. This one can be empty. But this one, we have to make sure that we put it, because we don't know each character that the array is going to take. Each string, the number of string that or character that a particular name will take, and C programming will not take that line down. So this one can be ignored, but this one cannot, because a two-dimensional array. If it's a single dimensional array, then there's no need to put it. I'm sure that you're clarified now. So for the sake of peace,
Okay, master.
I put it.
But
Mhm.
we could also allow it to be dynamic now. I mean,
Yes, if you want to allow it to be dynamic, we must declare the size, man, as macro. Are you getting me?
yes, sir.
So we must make it to be, we can declare the size up here as macro. You know what I'm talking about now?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Ask your question. So even if we don't have enough time, but we are able to understand even just this 1 and 2, tomorrow we can continue with this. Then once we start catching the trend, we can clear very fast. But if we start from the beginning and you don't understand anything, by the time we'll be going forward, you will not understand anything. So ask all your questions here.
Sir,
Yes.
so why are we doing this declaration on top of the int main? Why not below?
Okay. The thing is that as C programming is concerned, or even other programming, let me talk about C programming in particular. All our function that we write is being run inside this one, main function. Okay. It is like this.
Yes.
This is the parlor. Everybody that goes into the room must pass through the parlor. So this is the main entrance, or the main function. Let me call it. This is a main function into our program. So now we are going to write this function outside of this main function, but we are going to call it inside the main function. But now we have not yet written the function. After we are done writing it, we are going to call it inside the main function, so that when the program runs, it will pass through it, but it cannot execute. You will not see any output. But once it gets to main function, it will call it, and then the function will go back and then look for do display in the whole program and then execute. I don't know whether I've tried to answer your question.
Yes, sir, it's understood. Thank you, sir.
All right. Any other question, please? I want you to understand this part before we move, because we will not answer this question twice. The GC is after next week. That's why I want to take this particular GC paper, I will treat it well, because it deals with array of characters and
Strings.
strings. So we are dealing with three types of things here. We are dealing with characters, we are dealing with array, and we are dealing with strings. So these three things are very important for us. If you are able to understand it, it means that if you have array of numbers, you'll be able to do it with ease. If array of characters come, you'll be able to do it with ease. So I want you to understand before we move. Everybody is okay with that number, with this line?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's wonderful.
La lumière est venue rester.
Okay, that notwithstanding, what are we going to do next? We want to display the names. We want to display these names, the names of these inhabitants. That is our main purpose of writing this function, do display. And we put the data type as void, because we are not going to return something. We are just going to display this. Okay. So Now we need to verify the size of the array to be sure that it is still intact. Are we together? The size of the array, this size that I put here, and the as here, is for this one. You know, arrays start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Are we together? That one is for this size we put here is for that one. And then this one, we said is a maximum number, which means that the number of inhabitants that are found in this array. And then this one, 10, is talking about each
Number of characters.
number of characters in each string or each name here. I hope this is very understood now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for that reason, we need to declare a small I as a counter. This is my counter. So I will say for what? I equals to 0, because arrays equally always start from 0. Like I told you, have 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So that I should be less than what? The size.
Size, yes.
Should be less than the size, semicolon. And then our I
It's incremented.
is incremented. Bracket, curly bracket, open and close. So what are we supposed to do here? We just print now. If we verify and see that the size, everything is intact, we are left just to print. So we are going to use percentage. I want somebody to tell me percentage DOS
C.
OC.
S. Yes, sir.
Percentage what?
Percentage S.
Very good. Percentage
Percentage C.
S. No, not C. It's S. C
S
is just a
is their
string.
strings.
C is just a character, which means if you put percentage C, we will not be able to type BERT. We will only type B, and that will be all.
So you mean we are
Percentage
putting
S.
S because it's strings?
Very good. We are putting S.
Okay.
Backward slash N. Now I'm saying that you should talk. You should be able to, because we'll not answer it twice. And then here,
And
we now call the name those inhabitants. Also, huh? Those inhabitants.
Yes, sir.
And then we put I,
And
so
then
that each time the counter goes, it checks inside there and then print the
names.
names. The names. So here I put now semicolon. That's all. I now go into my function, main function. But we were not asked to call it there. This is already 3 marks. It's finished. Here, they say using your favorite editor and so on and so forth. Call do display that takes as argument an array and its size as defined in 1, and then display the names of the council inhabitants. That's 3 marks. We are very sorry for you who is sneezing like that. So we have
Thank you.
three marks for this. They did not ask us to call the function, but I would like us to call it and then display. Not so.
Yes, sir.
So I will just go to my main function, and then inside my main function, I'm going to call do display. So here is my main function. I will say, let me say, calling the function. And then to call the function, I just put do terminal, do display.
Do display in bracket.
Yes.
The name of our array, which is
The name of the array, which is names,
name
not so.
and the size.
Very good.
Yes,
And
sir.
what's the size? Number of inhabitants.
15.
Yes,
15, no?
15.
Very good.
Yes.
So put 15 there and semicolon. This all we run. Are you seeing?
Yes, sir.
It means that we have successfully written the program do display.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. So question sub 1 and sub 2 is well understood. Let's allow it there. Let's move to number 3.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
And I'm not seeing at the end of the code. At the end, when you are declaring all the names, at the end, do we put a comma at the end or a semicolon? And
See.
okay.
Huh?
Of course, semicolon.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Let me break down the names. I do not want to break it so that you should start asking me question. But I think that noun is better.
Yes, sir.
You can do like this. You will still run. So there's no error. Okay. Next question. Question.
So this your way of calling the function like this. I'm not understanding. Must we not put and declare another variable that we equate it to that?
Why? I've already printed everything here. This is my printf. Are you seeing?
Oh, I understand.
So
Yes,
if I already
yes, sir.
put my printf here, there's no need to be putting again here. I just call it. Now, this is how the function runs, or this program runs. When once it compiles and then comes in contact with this one, okay, it just go back. When I just selected it, you saw that this one is selected up here. See, it's out. When I just select, you see that it is selected here. That's the same way that the program runs. When it comes in contact with this, it automatically refer up here. And then inside here, I've already printed. So it's going to print. If it's that I was supposed to print here, I can be assigning this one to another variable to now use that variable and print it.
Okay, so it's okay.
All right. You have not understood. If you are watching and you don't understand, you're wasting your time. So you should make sure you understand. You ask your question. Everybody has understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. We thank God for today. That notwithstanding, let us see how we can interpret this question 3. Using the algorithm for selection sort in figure 1. Now, this algorithm now, give a programming language procedure or function called select sort. That sorts the element of the array in sub 2. You now sort this array of elements that we have just from writing in this sub 2 in alphabetical order. Then add a main program unit if need be. The main program unit we are talking about is this one. We should add this. And then call the subroutine. Subroutine is the function do display. We have even already called it here. So when we come back, we will not even need to call it again. We have already done so. And select sort from it. So we are just going to write the one for select sort and then call the select sort here as well. I don't have enough time, but maybe somebody will share his own screen with me if time cuts us short. Can I proceed? Let us analyze this. So we are going to use
Yes,
this.
master.
We are going to use this one now. So this algorithm here, selection sort, says it's a procedure selection sort will take into consideration or into parameter array. And then for I, start from 1 to the size of array -1. Even though you're not seeing a minus, but I believe it's -1 here. Since array start from 1. If we start from 0, there will be no need. Now, comment. Set current element as minimum. Integer min equals to I. Then check the element to be minimum. So this for loop is to check that the element is minimum. So we compare this array, the one at J position and the one with a minimum, to see which one is minimum. If they are not the same, then the minimum should be J. Then we end the if, and then we swap the number, the names here. We now make them to be in alphabetical order. So 10 will be equal to an array of this and so on and so forth. So you see here that this algorithm need to, something is there. Here, the name of the array that we are giving here is just array. Now, inside our program, we are using A as an array. So if we want to use this function, what we're going to declare is just A in parameter here. Okay, let us start writing the guy.
So
So
these complex algorithms like that, like searching, sorting, are they always going to give us?
what kind of person is that? If you enter in the GC and you see, you no answer. This is a GC question you are answering like this. He will come. If he comes, you write now. So don't be afraid. There's nothing there. Okay, so here we are just going to move to, this is sub 3. And then this sub 3, we are talking about function for selection sort. So here is a procedure. So we write void selection sort. And then in parameter, what are we going to write there? Character. You have given the array to be A. Are you seeing? So you have to be careful because here they just say array of, but here is A. So we have to take one. Either you take array, this one, or you take A. But I prefer to take me A. But we should take the array itself.
No, take A is okay, sir.
Okay, here the size we already know here. That's 15 and 10. So I just put 15 there and then put 10. And they said it's going to take into consideration the size. Let me see again. They say procedure function that starts the element. Anyway, here, when once it takes the size, the array, the size must be